Just getting started. Perfect.
Pollsmor having the better video quality. So who do you predict is going to win this?
I think my money's on Scotty, but this definitely could go either way. Any percent is not the most consistent category.
I'm sure we can see these players play it consistently, though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not unheard of for Scotty to die in Torian or something like that.
Or die in, at Ridley.
Yep. I don't think there's a real end to this sentence. I started to say that. I just totally lost track of it. Okay, so here they are in Brinstar. It's the same as it always is. Every category is going to be starting out the same way. But you can see Scotty's movement just a little bit better than Pollsmor's so far.
Pollsmor opts to shoot 2 blocks. Oh yeah, that's a little weird. I don't usually see that.
Pollsmor also he took a hit in the fall. I love the delayed reaction to my stupidity. Alright,
There's a lot of bad guys on this commentary. We are both really stupid.
We're both what was that? The double-double? I think that was the double-double. Scotty decided. Looks like he thought he was going to go for the drops, then decided against it. Pollsmor was just going.
No, Scotty got the drops.
Yeah, no, it looks like he decided against the drops and then went back to get them anyway. Did I forget to finish that sentence?
I have no idea, dude.
Okay. Alright, but it looks like it mostly paid off for Pollsmor. 3 missiles isn't that much slower than 4 here.
If you stop and collect
unless
drops,
you miss a missile like Pollsmor did.
Yeah. If you stop and get drops, it's just as fast as going through it and only getting 3, so Scotty got the advantage there.
Yeah, Scotty also had a slightly cleaner hive regardless, so...
Yeah. Looks like they're pretty even now, though.
Yep. Pollsmor behind by about, what is this, 3 or 4 seconds? Yeah, Pauls is about 3 seconds behind right now. So... I mean, it's still just Brinstar. There's tons of run left, and so many things could happen. So...
Pollsmor opting for the slightly slower jump missile strategy.
Scotty taking damage. That could be big.
It could be, but as long as you're above like 70 or so health, going into Norfair, you should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that taking that hit's the end of the world, but if he takes that hit, then he takes another hit, you know, then he's not looking so hot. Or he just gets straight up unlucky with health drops. Scotty got reasonable bugs. And he got reasonable bugs too.
And he took no damage. What are you doing?
Pollsmor doing the hundo strats.
Yeah, what is he doing here? It's really weird because you'd usually see somebody try to farm
one on top, if anything. But...
You see people farmer farm there. There's no reason. As far as consistency goes, farming the worm for drops for 5 minutes is much more important than farming that room for later on. I don't know.
Yeah, farming that room at any percent is just a... I have to think it was just a brain fart.
I have to think it's a wood tier strategy.
Okay, could be that too. Pollsmor's at full health and Scotty's down 10 health. That could wind up making a difference.
Honestly, it doesn't really make too much of a difference.
It shouldn't, yeah. Like, there's still plenty of opportunity to get drops, but Scotty getting the nothing drop. The bigger difference is the ammo. Pollsmor being at 7 and Scotty being at 1 is quite a difference.
And Scotty missed a drop there. Usually it's not too big of a deal with 89 health because 2 small health drops are enough, and they're pretty common, but
he's at what, 94 and 1?
Yeah, but he skipped one of them. Maybe he'll get the miss early. I think Scotty doesn't like that though, so we'll see.
Yeah, I think we may, especially in a race scenario, we may see Scotty play it safe and go for a heal.
I don't think we're going to see a heal.
I don't know, maybe. Scotty's been known to play it safe.
Oh, Pollsmor showing the clutch strats.
Man, Pollsmor. Scotty's definitely taking the edge just on general movement, but Pollsmor is in a much better ammo scenario here. Scotty trying really hard right there.
Yeah, Scotty really likes to do that, and he feels consistent with it, but it saves like a frame. If you do it properly, it doesn't. You lose time if you don't, so...
Yeah, that's a really, really, really hard JBJ.
Yeah, and even if you always save time, you have to do it well to save the time.
Mm-hmm. Scotty getting that frame perfect shot to not actually have the bomb out for that JBJ. Nice.
Yeah, so Scotty, it looks like Scotty's maintaining a lead, but he loses a bit of his lead by trying for fancier, faster strategies. I guess that's Scotty's nature, though.
Yeah, it's been kind of like Scotty pulling ahead slowly, then getting... Let me start this one again. Scotty pulling ahead slowly but surely, then jerking back a bit, then pulling ahead slowly but surely. Oh, Pollsmor missing the bomb jump.
And he doesn't JBJ that bomb jump, which is kind of weird to see people JBJing everywhere.
Yeah, JBJing that bomb jump does potentially let you skip bomb now, so... Nice charge beam, Scotty.
JBJ lets you...
Pollsmor taking the intentional damage.
He has so much health.
With that ammo, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, like when you're at 15 here, you're guaranteed like 9.
Yeah, he's gonna be totally fine. Scotty's still not doing too hot with ammo. He's skipping drops. I think we might just see him go for the heal.
Honestly, with this ammo, you can still skip the heal and get the early miss on. That's still faster, and it's a really good option too.
Yeah, I mean, this is... I could see this going either way. I mean, I'm inclined to say Scotty's just going to heal, but I could very easily be proven wrong. Pollsmor at 21 would be kind of stupid to heal.
Yeah.
He jumped in the lava, he's definitely healing.
Yeah, he has to heal here. That is unfortunate.
So that's going to let Pollsmor catch up a little bit here. Oof, just missing the refill glitch. Sub-pixels off. Pollsmor showing off by picking up the item facing away from it.
Yeah, back in the day, you used to see people do a lot of funny stuff like that, where they would...
Scotty takes a hit. Oh, boy.
And Pollsmor also taking a hit. He's going to have problems with it.
Oh, yeah. Scotty's at 74 for sure. Pollsmor 64. Wow. This could get ugly.
This is what happens when you play too much CSGO and you don't practice the game you're running.
Yep. Scotty looks like he took a tumble there. And Pollsmor takes another hit. Wow. Pollsmor! Oh my god.
Prediction: Pollsmor is losing this race.
Yeah, I don't really want to argue about that. But if you're putting $1 on Pollsmor losing this race, that's going to pay out like maximum $1.02. Like Scotty could definitely do things that would make him lose this lead, but like this cocoon.
Yeah, that was definitely a bad.
Scotty. Oh man.
Neither of the players playing well.
What a good race. Pollsmor taking it extra slow this time around. Scotty pulling up his zero mission any percent slideshow.
Yeah, he's channeling his inner Sam.
Yep.
Pollsmor with only one E-tank in 18. Oh, this is really bad for Pollsmor.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to be really careful.
Pollsmor is not anywhere near having enough missiles for this fight.
And if he doesn't get enough health, he's gonna have to be really careful.
Yeah. Side hopper. Scotty actually doesn't have a lot of health for side hopper either. He's down 60 energy. Pollsmor overall has having a much cleaner cocoon, but he's really hurting from the lack of ammo. Should be enough to finish it off. Yep. And Scotty doesn't look like he's having too much trouble with side hopper room, collecting a bit of safety energy there, so.
Yeah, he should be pretty safe. He probably took it a little safe there. You need 60 health for this, but ideally you want to have a little more to feel safe.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious why he didn't shoot 2 missiles at that last side hopper, but alright. Pollsmor has... He's gonna have to farm here. Oh, boy.
If you farm those, the strategy is to wait for the owls and get one to freeze to jump out, but that's a little more advanced, I guess. It never comes up, so no one does it.
Yeah, that's one of those things that makes total sense when you hear it, but you never think about it in the moment because, you know, how often do you have 0 missiles?
Yeah, you usually reset by that point.
Yeah, exactly. Pollsmor taking a bit of a beating here in the side hopper room.
He's still fine though.
Yeah, he is. Scotty gonna do his... Yep. Scotty took the hit from the eye door. Pollsmor playing it a little safe and wow, that worked. I'm a little surprised Scotty got that refill glitch, but good for him.
You know, Pollsmor was bragging a little earlier about how he could beat me or Scotty and win this turn, or get the winner and get second this turn. It ain't looking like it right now.
Yeah, Scotty took the 1 E-tank Ridley. It was really safe. It is a little bit of a risk. You don't have as much room for error.
Yeah, right now Scotty can win by pretty much doing anything, honestly. He can get a...
Yeah, Scotty, I mean, if I were Scotty and I knew... Wow, nice drops. If I knew what Pollsmor had done, I would pretty much be picking up every safety E-tank I could get.
Yeah, I would probably do that too. Scotty can probably play with 2 E-tanks and be really safe, but... You know, maybe he'll pick up one. We'll see.
I mean, yeah, at this point I wouldn't expect to see Pollsmor. What did you do at the eye door?
Oh, so he's only picking up 1. Okay.
Okay, that's a bold strategy.
It's a little bold. I'm sure Scotty can pull it off.
Oh yeah, Scotty's an extremely solid any percent runner.
Pollsmor, he was trying to miss the setup.
Yeah. I mean, I guess saying that the person who has the world record is fairly solid is maybe not the most sensible. Pollsmor, I hope you didn't run in too early. Nope, Pollsmor's fine. Kind of a slow fight, but not too bad.
He didn't go back up, so he didn't lose any time. That's one of the things.
Yeah, that's right. As a wise man once told me, if you do it faster, it's not actually faster.
Yeah, it makes complete sense in context.
No, Pollsmor. You stood up, you could have picked up that super, or broke spin, rather.
Yeah, if you do a straight jump there, you get more height than a spin jump.
Yeah,
or Samus's hitbox is higher. One of the two, I'm not sure which.
Yeah. I think it's just that Samus's hitbox is a little taller. It lets you pick up those very tip-top drops.
Pollsmor going for the energy tank there. That's respectable.
Yeah, I don't blame him for that. I mean, at this,
the only reason. Go on.
yeah, at this point, Pollsmor's only real hope is that Scotty either monumentally screws something up or dies. So, in both of those cases, like Pollsmor really wants to make sure he can actually finish the run. So, having that extra E-tank is going to make it significantly easier for that to happen.
Yeah, another thing that could happen is Scotty gets really bad luck in turn. I've seen it happen where you lose a minute in turn because you don't get the super missile drops you want. But...
Yeah, I mean, that could happen too. I mean, in that scenario, like, I think Pollsmor still wants to be going for survivability.
Yep.
And Scotty's got a really nice ammo count too. 15 and 4 at this point is pretty strong. Because I don't think there's any missile tanks that he's left that he's going to be picking up.
Nope.
I think he's got all the ammo he's going to get. That's Scotty. Nice climb.
Yeah, that climb is a little difficult to do, probably.
I hate that climb. It's so annoying.
Four pattern. It's awkward to deal with the second enemy because if you're too fast, you hit it. So you kind of have to shoot upwards and wait.
Scotty's picking up that E-tank. That's an interesting decision.
Maybe he didn't know where he was before, but now he does.
It could be.
That's the only thing I could think of.
I mean, it could also be that he was looking at his health and thinking, if I have a lot of trouble with AWS, then I'm in hot water, or hot acid, rather.
I mean, he could have thought of that before because he would have the same health time as John Ridley.
Well, right, but he may not have thought about it earlier. Yep, and there it is.
Why is he doing that setup all of a sudden?
I think he just placed his bomb too early.
That's that. Like he places his bomb off of the. Like he usually does my setup for that. So.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Okay, so that took him a while to get, but it's not enough to make up for Pollsmor falling all the way after ice.
Yeah. That fall loses a whole heck of a lot of time.
Yeah. So if Pollsmor gets first try AWS, I wouldn't say he's back in it yet, but maybe that dollar bet is going to pay out like $1.04 now.
I don't know about that. I still wouldn't like put any money on Pollsmor ever.
No, I wouldn't. Like that mistake is really bad. Like it's like it takes that acid worm. It's gonna take Scotty having horrifically bad luck in Torian or being unable to get Zeb skip for a large length of time to really put Pollsmor back in this at this point, which it's not unheard of. It is not unheard of. Oh, Pollsmor gets AWS first try. Way to go.
I mean, if you're Scotty and you know you're in such a huge league, you can just not use the Zeb skip. We will see that.
Right. I mean, if I were Scotty, I would definitely just grab Brinstar Super and call it a day.
Or just grab Brinstar Super, try Zeb skip once. If you don't get it, just kill them. I mean,
and do the early farm strat.
Yeah.
Like, I know Scotty may not actually know the early farm strat. Now that I think about it,
he's probably seen me do it. So,
like Scotty started running a lot more recently than Pollsmor has, so it wouldn't at all surprise me. Scotty also only learned 20% and he was already very good at Ian, so it wouldn't surprise me if he just didn't know the older strat.
I think Pollsmor was practicing Brinstar Super. Sorry, I had a brain fart. But I'm pretty sure Pollsmor was practicing Brinstar Super, so maybe we'll see it on his end, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, I saw him practicing Zeb skip. In this circumstance, like, I'm assuming Pollsmor's watching the stream because he's Pollsmor, but he has to know exactly how how he's doing relative to Scotty, and I have to think that he's got to just go for Zeb Skip if he wants any chance at this point. Scotty having some trouble with the door.
Yeah, this is like being real honest here. This is some of the worst that I've seen Scotty play in a long time.
Yeah, this is not a good run for either of the players here. Scott going for Brinstar Super. I mean, I can't blame him for that decision. I think it's the correct one.
Yeah, it's absolutely the correct decision here. He's so far ahead, why not?
Yeah, I mean, Brinstar, like, those extra 2 supers for Torian just makes such a huge difference in terms of consistency. Torian is one of the least consistent parts of any percent just because of the amount of RNG.
I think Brinstar Super on paper only loses like 10 seconds or something, but it makes Torian like 10 seconds faster on average, so.
It's a pretty significant time saving Torian on average. Yeah,
looks
Paul's
like Pollsmor. Oh no, never mind. I thought he was going to go for it because he looked like he was staying up for it.
No.
He doesn't know the platforming for this very well, though. That's something weird.
I mean, it seems to be working out for him.
It is, but it's just not the fastest way to do it. Usually you'd see people opt to do like 2 wall jumps into a tight ledge grab.
Yeah, so nice spark, Pollsmor. So Scotty's in Torian. Basically, like,
I think he has like a 40-second lead on Pollsmor, maybe?
He's basically rolling the dice at this point. Ammo management is really important in Torian because basically if you're full on missiles, then you're going to be wasting missile drops. And if you're full on supers, you're going to be wasting super drops. But there are a few spots where you want to be using supers regardless. And if you go too low on missiles just to conserve your supers, then you're just going to have no missiles at the end and lose a bunch of time on the farm. Scotty getting double super drops, that's nice.
Yeah, I don't think that Scotty's handling his ammo very well, but he is getting very lucky.
He's playing it really aggressively, which I can't say that I would agree with in this circumstance, but the drops seemed to... Oh, he got grabbed. He got double grabbed!
Yeah, Scotty likes to use that setup, and it doesn't even save any time, and it's really bad, but I mean, he uses it.
Yeah, I do the same setup. It's muscle memory, and it really just doesn't... See, I would have used those supers if I was Scotty.
No, I would have saved them, personally, but Scotty was playing way too aggressively this whole Torian.
Yeah, 21-4, that's gonna be a long farm. But he's got full health. See what he opts to do here. He may just opt to farm up to 50-4 and do Zeb Skip, or 40-6, whichever comes first. Oh, something we didn't mention. If you are full on health, you get fewer missile drops. No? I said that wrong. If you're not full on health, you get fewer missile drops. So Scotty's doing Brinstar Super plus Zeb Skip, which gets first try. Oh, but he shoots from the wall and wastes some missiles. Oh boy, Scotty. He's got the ammo he needs now, though. Pollsmor 31-2. That's pretty standard, I feel.
It's a little on the low side. You don't want to have 31.
Well, yeah, like 40-2 or 40-4 would be preferred, but...
Yeah, I like to have 40 and at least 40 missiles and 4 supers usually. So that's the mark of a decent for him.
Pollsmor getting the 0 mission 100% classic, and there's no super drops in this farm.
You know, I wonder if it's actually a better idea in a race scenario to just not worry about this and go fight Mother Brain and, you know, farm, do it Hundo style. Or, I mean, low percent stealth.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Because this is costing Pollsmor a ton of time. There it is.
Oh, Scotty's L button is dying, apparently.
I mean, that's not the worst thing. Pollsmor going for Zeb skip until he gets it soon. Oh, he's resetting the room. That's.
It's a difficult trick. It's a
It
one
is.
frame.
It's frame. You have to unmore frame perfectly to get that hover through the Zebetite. There we go.
Yeah, that trick took us a long time to find. It's kind of funny. I found it completely random. While I was trying to find a setup to kill to get an easy refill glitch setup, and then I found that, and I'm like, what is this? What's happening? And ZX then, you know, from that ZX found a bunch of tricks that opened up.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. All the glitches that we use in Zero Mission revolve around Ice Beam.
Yeah, Ice Beam is a broken item.
Yep. Yeah, that, unfortunately for Pollsmor, that pretty much means that unless Scotty dies, Scotty more or less has this in the bag.
Yeah, I think Scotty's like a minute and a half ahead of Pollsmor. He gained a lot of time in Torian.
Yeah, it's going to be like a minute and a half, minute 45, maybe.
Yeah, and this was a good chance for Pollsmor to catch up, too, because Scotty really did not have a good Torian himself.
He really didn't, but unfortunately, Pollsmor had a rough time with that super drop in with Zeb skip. So. So if I'm Scotty, I think I save. Nope. Well, maybe not.
Nah, you don't really need a save here.
Whoa! Scotty pulling the classic Scotty and getting perfect stealth. Alright. Let's enjoy the music while it lasts. Because this music ordinarily stops playing right at that first pirate. Let's hope Scotty doesn't get himself detected sooner than he needs to. He actually lost time because of that. Like, unless you handle perfect stealth perfectly, it is actually slower. So Suitless is one of the more relaxing parts of the run. It's just all platforming. That's a weird setup for that climb. And I think we're gonna see fast searchlights from Scotty.
Yeah, why not?
Really disappointed if he messes it up, which he didn't, fortunately. Pollsmor breaking the double perfect stealth. So Pollsmor's going to be having the boring music. So fun fact, like if you were to somehow get back to the rest of the game, this music would still be playing. Until you interrupt it with only certain other music changes.
You know, it's a real shame that they don't have this music anywhere else. You don't hear it for very long, normally.
I know, this music is really good, actually, and it only plays until you get detected in Suitless, and it plays in that one room that you crawl into the Space Pirates in right at the start.
Yeah, and then you get this kind of, you know, somewhat bland music if you don't get if you do get detected. What is Pollsmor doing?
I don't know what Pollsmor's doing there.
They both somehow screwed up that room really badly.
Yeah. So I think we We better see Pollsmor go for fast searchlights. And now Scotty doesn't have it anymore. Oh, Pollsmor, you're in too early! Does he know the fat? Nope. He doesn't know the proper backup. Scotty misses Sam Strat.
I went a little fast for Sam Strat there.
Pollsmor showing off that pirates are oblivious. Scotty loading up his PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, Scotty's internet is not doing so hot right now.
Yep. Yeah. Scotty has such a lead over Pollsmor right now.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that Pollsmor fell there. This could have been such a much closer race.
Yeah, just that fall right at the start. That hurts.
Yeah, probably Pollsmor's motivation crumbles too. I know Scotty has a hard time when he's behind.
Well, it's not just anyone in particular. Like, most people, when a run just, like, completely falls apart right at the start, the motivation for continuing it is almost non-existent. Which really kind of sucks in a race setting like this, where you have to finish the run one way or another. I mean, I guess Pollsmor could have forfeited right off the bat, but...
That's really against the spirit of the thing, though.
It really is. That would have been very silly. But Pollsmor does get Sam Strat, so we do get to see that.
Scotty coming into the Charlie fight here. Do you think we're going to see some damage boost from Scotty?
Hi, I thought I muted my mic, and then I thought I unmuted it. Yeah, I think we'll see damage boosts.
Oh, it looks like Pollsmor skipped the heal, by the way.
Oh, wow. Wow, how did neither of us pick up on that?
I guess it's because normally people skip the heal anyway.
Yeah, that's true. So, I can appreciate that play. Wow, that pattern was slow.
Looks like Scotty did not opt to do damage boost, which I guess I can understand. That last one was really fast pattern.
Yeah, it makes up for that third one. That third one was miserably slow.
I guess I can understand why Scotty didn't go for it, though. He really doesn't want to take damage. Just play it safe.
Yeah, I mean, Scotty, the only thing that could cost Scotty this game is if he dies. Which it could still happen. I mean, Pirates still do 50 damage a hit, and he only has 299 health.
Yeah, if you play badly, if you screw up one room badly enough, it goes downhill fast.
Yeah. There are a few rooms where it's really easy for one mistake to just cascade into taking well over an E-tank worth of damage. But, I mean, we'll see. It's not over till it's over, as they say. I don't know who they are, but they do say that.
Scotty taking a hit.
Taking the first hit. Alright, well.
That's a fairly common one, though. Happens all the time. The movement, it's hard to replicate the same movement all the time, and it's one of those weird things that happens. I don't know, it happens to everybody, I think.
Yeah, it's not unheard of, so let's see what sort of paddings Pollsmor gets for Charlie here. It looks like not the best so far. Wow, nice shot, Pollsmor.
Yeah, that's not a shot I would have thought to make, so that's pretty sick.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Mad props to Pollsmor for that. So Scotty's kind of just backtracking through most of the suitless section here. Now that he's got the suit back, he's able to go in a few places that he wasn't able to go before.
It doesn't really feel like you're backtracking though. When you have your full suit back, you know, you're doing different platforming and stuff. It's different.
Oh yeah, it's a very, very different section on the way back than it is on the way in. Wow, 3 hits from the atomics in that room. That's
that
something.
Strategy that he used was terrible. Like, I can't sugarcoat that. That I don't understand.
Yeah, I was expecting our strats, but
you don't need to use our strats, but they're pretty decent. If you just let go of charge at the right time, you usually don't get hit.
Yeah, so let's see how Pollsmor does on his way through Sulis. He's seen exactly what Scotty has, 299 health. So they're not home free quite yet, but
Scotty elects to shoot that power. I like to not shoot it because you get more consistent power patterns here.
Do you think Scotty's going to go for the really fancy strat here?
No, I wouldn't do it.
He doesn't go for any fancy strat. Interesting. I guess with that health, it kind of makes sense. You really don't want to take that risk.
Yeah, and especially because you have 2 rooms that are like somewhat scary to go
through. Yeah, this next room is the big one.
This one in the zigzag room.
Oh, that's an interesting strat.
Yeah, it's a cool strat. I'd say do it kind of well.
The atomic again.
Yeah, those atomics really have it in for Scotty here. Oh, Scotty going through the left wall. That lags the room a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't get hit in the room, so that's good. Let's see. The question now is, do we think Scotty is going to be smart?
It's hard to say. Scotty's not smart some of the time, so.
I mean, I cannot imagine seeing Scotty go for really fast mecha strats. You can gamble and start shooting him immediately as opposed to just waiting for him to swipe. It's optimally a little faster, but it is significantly more risky.
One of the things, though, is that mecha, when you're at lower health, has a higher chance of giving you missiles, which is really annoying. So it gives a little more.
Yeah, Scotty's just playing it safe. Oh, he missed a super! It's not a big deal.
Yeah, if you just miss one...
well, I mean, he could have not realized it or reacted to it in time. Just kind of assumed he would get all of them, but Pollsmor aborting the fancy pirate strat.
It's a huge shit. Why not go for it?
Oh, he didn't kill it! Wow.
That's what you get, Pollsmor.
Yeah. Justice is here. Scotty in the absolute worst room in the game. Yeah. Shooting those blocks is hard.
Yeah, it can be pretty difficult. It's one of the weirder platforming areas. I like it a lot. That's a nice room.
So Pollsmor kind of taking a more traditional route through this room. Scotty wow, Scotty, how are you down a full E-tank already? Scotty would have been very close to death three times if he had not picked up that second E-tank.
Yeah, my heart would have been racing if I had skipped it.
Yep. Okay, Scotty gets the first part of Escape Spark. Okay, he gets the entirety of Escape Spark.
And then he's going to use this weird pirate strategy.
Is he?
Yeah, he opts to do this all the time, so...
Works a little bit better in Hundo, when you have long and wave. But Scotty's done with an official SRL time of 39:35. Pollsmor's just starting his escape here. So let's see. how he is able to handle it. Worst room in the game. Pollsmor handling it almost perfectly.
About as well as Sky did. Apparently somebody in chat bet their life savings on Pollsmor. They lost their entire life savings.
Yeah, that's a risky bet. Pollsmor taking the right side up that wall. You got to go with the left side. That must be Scotty.
Hey, Scotty. How did you feel about your run?
That run was silly.
Yeah, it was probably the worst I've seen you play in a long time, man. Like, sorry to say.
Yeah, I haven't played in a while.
Ah, okay. So let me pull up challenge here and see who you're playing against next.
I believe I'm playing
Pollsmor.
So it looks like you're going to be playing against the amazing one. Are you going to do anything to prepare against him?
Nothing other than just doing runs.
Yeah, I just hope you don't play like this. I mean...
Oh, me too. This was
probably
pretty bad.
Yeah. I mean, if it was anybody but Pollsmor, did you see what happened to Pollsmor?
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah. I mean, he's
really
looking really... Yeah, he's looking rusty in general anyway, but that fall, I think that really just killed the race.
Yeah, if it, like, not on top of the time loss, I'm sure there was also a bit of a motivation problem after having to continue a run after losing, a minute right at the start like that. Pollsmor was done.
I think he lost a lot of time in Torian compared to you.
Pollsmor had a rough time in Torian. Neither of you had a great time in Torian, to be honest, but Pollsmor had trouble getting a super.
No, my L button is dying out, so whenever I was going up against Mother Brain, I was trying to diagonal into her eye, but my L button just kept flickering and would make me shoot straight at her instead of up into her eye.
Yeah, SP diagonal R buttons are just not very good. They're really annoying, and I have SPs because of that. So are you going to be buying a new SP before the next race?
Potentially, if I don't figure out how to fix it.
I don't think they're easily fixable. If you do find something, let me know, though, because I could be able to fix a bunch of my SPs.
Yeah, I don't think I'll go through the effort if it's like too difficult to do. And I probably won't do anything about it.
Yeah, in any case, I probably don't want to schedule the match right away anyway.
That's fine.
There's a lot of losers to go through.
There's a lot of losers.
I mean, if you interpret it that way, I guess.
I'm assuming that's how you meant it. All right, I think
Pollsmor has a bunch of waiting to do for his match.
Yep.
Let me check real quick though. Oh no, he doesn't have too much waiting to do. He has to play the winner of Manitoba versus Metroid Master. That's gonna be a pretty interesting match. That should be a good match,
yeah. I think both of them have a pretty similar PB.
Yeah, and you never know what to expect when you race Manitoba, so that would be funny.
Yep. Toby likes to think outside the box.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I don't think I have anything more to say. Sam, any last comments?
Nope. When's the next match? I think it's tomorrow. The next intermission match is tomorrow.
Yeah, I've got the schedule coming up right here. Hold on a second. Yeah, it looks like we have a match tomorrow at 8 p.m. Flipside versus JC.
which could be pretty interesting. I think they're both equal in skill level, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think they're pretty similarly skilled.
I guess we don't really have anything else.
Yep, Scotty, any last comments? Almost said last words, not comments.
GD polls. I'm going to take you down, Sam.
Whoa, the trash talk starting already.
If you do, you will lose pretty hard.
If I take you down, I'm going to lose? What?
No, I said if you play like that, you're going to lose pretty badly.
That is not what you just said.
No, it's what I said. It's probably my internet that did cut out some of my words.
Oh, man. That was good. All right. I think that'll do it for us.
There you guys.
Have a good evening, everyone. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the race.
Good night.
I just want to mention that you're playing against the amazing one, so.
Yeah, I just want to let you know that you named that yourself.
It's a great name.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.